this is Peter Charcalisori today. So let's get right to it. I want to talk about sandalwood shaving soap. So I have a bunch of them. I love sandalwood, and it's among my favorite. I mean, tobacco is probably my number one. Although Fougère is moving up there. Vetiver, I love them all, right? So, but I have a bunch of sandalwoods. I have some samples. I have some tubs. I have some creams, and I want to share them with you very quickly and give you my take on each and every one of them. But I would really like to hear from you guys on what you would recommend. Maybe something that I don't have that it's better. I would really love to hear about some obscure sandalwood, maybe from Asia, India. I mean, that's where most of the sandalwood is harvested, isn't it? But anyway, sandalwood. So I have a bunch. I have Katie's Bubbles Santal Sensual sandalwood. This was a piff from Pete Schiavone, I believe. I've used it a couple times. I have a little bit left, but outstanding. I mean, this is just, well, Katie's Bubbles, great soap. Outstanding soap. Performance-wise, just it doesn't get any better. The scent on this, really nice. To me, it's very light, fresh, light, airy sandalwood. Now, I have others. I have Shaver Heaven. This is their sensuous sandalwood. Shaver Heaven to me is one of the best performing soaps I've ever tried. It's on par, almost exactly like Katie's Bubbles. Now, to me, this is similar to Katie's Bubbles, but it's a lighter to me. So much so I barely picked this up. I barely pick it up. Now, performance-wise, probably, if not the top, among the top soaps that I've ever used. I have their vanilla, was it the vanilla oak? And I have their, is it gem, which is like a chocolate licoricey mint. That's one of my favorite soaps. I'm using that a lot. AOS, probably the best out there. At least if you speak to Anthony Esposito and David Gonzalez. But to me, I think they're right. This is, scent-wise, very earthy. Not as strong as another one that I'll bring up, but performance-wise, outstanding, and it's strong enough to keep me happy. Anyway, and this is just, if you look at the total package of everything, lather, post-shave, slickness, scent, and everything else that you would look at, this probably takes the award of top sandalwood. Now, honorable mention for me will always be tubs. I'll always have tubs on hand. I have this tub and 2 or 3 tubes because I love tubs, and I always travel with tubs. The tubes. I love, man, it just pops. So out of all of them, this is the strongest. It's a very cologne-y type of scent. Very, very different than AOS, which is lighter, more earthy. And even more earthy than that is PAA Sandalwood, which is growing on me. This is more of a dirty, earthy type of sandalwood. And the scent has picked up a bit on this. So tubs, very strong scented, perfumey or cologne type of sandalwood, but it really pops. Some of the others are much less cologne and also, or not cologne at all. This is not at all. This to me is more of a spicy sandalwood, but light. The profile's picked up a bit since I've used it. Wished it was a little bit stronger, but it has improved enough so that this is a keeper for me, and I do enjoy using this sandalwood. Now, in between this and tubs, which is, so PAA is more earthy, lighter, dirtier, probably more traditional type of sandalwood. And then you have tubs, which is, they completely gone off board with that, and it's almost like a cologne. Well, in between is St. James of London. So this is a happy medium, maybe even the perfect scent for sandalwood, I think, perhaps. This is a sample. This is outstanding. So this is, it's a bit cologne-y, but not as much so as the tubs. but it has earthiness to it as well. It's like just a happy medium in between the two. Performance-wise, outstanding. I'm going to buy this. I should have purchased it when I was in Pasadena. I had purchased the mandarin patchouli and the pepper and lime shaving cream that St. James offers, and I don't know why I didn't get this. David Gonzalez did, and I should have, because actually that would probably have been my favorite. The very last sandalwood that I'll mention that I have, very quickly, this is another piff, I think, from Pete Schiavone. Great guy, if you guys don't know him. I think everyone knows Pete. This is a sample from a stick, travel stick. And the scent on this is excellent. I love it. I love D.R. Harris. For my next trip to the UK, to London, I'm going to probably pick up a tub of this, or maybe the stick. I don't know. I really, really enjoy it. I like it a lot. Now, for today's shave, I am not going to go with sandalwood. I am going to go with a fougere. So why am I picking the fougere over sandalwood? Well, because Douglas Smythe of PAA just recently introduced their Déjà Fougère. I have that. I have their, I guess maybe it was their beta version, but pre-release from 2 months ago, this Beach Bear Fougère, which is their new Déjà Fougère. So this was his gift to us in Pasadena for that mini meetup. And I'm going to tell you that the scent on this is outstanding. Outstanding. So this is his take on their Fougère Royale, which I think was the first Fougère that was developed. I don't know if it was out of England, or I did read up on that. I kind of forgotten, but it was, I think, introduced around 1890. This is his take on it, and I'm going to use it because he just announced the Déjà Fougère. Now, I did order the aftershave, so I'm looking forward to that. But let's get shaving. All right. All right. By the way, I'm using this vintage Victoria knot. I don't know how old this is. This is from Germany, and my vintage knots, my vintage brushes don't get enough love. I've been giving all my love to Nathan Clark brushes, but these are, I have some great vintage that I really should be using more. I'll be shaving today with, this is my most beautiful razor by far, Carl Raider. I don't know if it's ever been used. Extra hollow, 6/8. Look at the scales. I mean, can you see that? Look at the scales on this. Absolutely just beautiful. So, I want to give a shout out to Scott Ostermiller. His first shave today with a straight. Did a great job. Oh man, this is nice. A shout out to Tiffany Ann. I saw your video today, Tiff. Man, I don't know whether I love you or hate you. I don't hate you. But you live in San Diego and I'm jealous. So I don't hate you, I'm jealous of you. I've been wanting to move out there for years. I can't get my wife to move. And I have family out there. You're shaving on your loft rooftop. I'm so jealous. 80 degrees. And opening season for baseball. My freaking season's over already. Yankees suck. It's going to be a long year. Scott did a great job. He said that it took him too much time, but you're doing a video and you're talking in between, and so 25 minutes, he'll knock that down in half. You mentioned problem areas under the chin, the way your hair grows. Well, my hair grows in a weird direction as well. So I've said this before in my videos, I believe. Just stretch. So if this is a problem area for you, well, just stretch. See how this area is now lifted up. It's now above. So you just stretch. It's all about stretching. Very, very easy. All right, time for round 2. All right, I just wanted to reiterate what outstanding soap this is. And this smells really nice. It's, I have other Fougères. So I have a CRSW Fougère. In fact, I'm going to be finishing off with the Fougère Modern. I love it. And for you guys that are new, now, I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro. Some people refer to themselves as pros. You'll never hear me say that. I'm not a pro. But I've learned. And if you want to get, again, under the chin area, stretch. Very, very easy. Time for round 3. I want to show you guys something that perhaps you haven't seen before, and I may receive some criticism for this, but you're not supposed to go against the grain above the lip. Problem is, if you go across the grain, you don't get the smoothest of shaves, the closest shave, unless you go against the grain, in my opinion. So what do? Well, I can grow a mustache. I'm not going to grow a mustache. But I want to get a close shave. I saw one guy, and I wish I remember his name because he deserves the credit. I've seen one guy do what I'm going to do now. And I thought it was insane, but I thought it was very cool. He went against the grain. And what he did is it was a two-handed shave. And he did this, and I've tried it before, and it works. I've never cut myself, and it's an option for some of you guys. I don't do it every time, but I'm just going to do it now. So, two-handed. I've never seen anyone else do this. But it works. So, if you don't have a mustache or a goatee, and you want to get the upper lip, you do whatever you want to do. It's your face. I don't want to hear any criticism. It's my face. And I didn't cut myself. My wife's laughing. All right, so I'm going to just wash up and then use the Fougère Modern from Cold River Soap Works. That was an outstanding shave. Really close. Love that soap. I hope some of what I do is helpful. But again, your mileage may vary when it comes to soaps, when it comes to shaving techniques. What I do works for me. I've got a really, really close shave. No nicks. My upper lip is as close as what I would get with a DE. Some of you guys mentioned that you're not getting as close as a DE. So you have to develop your own technique, what works for you. And this works for me. And most important, I enjoy it. So have a great Sunday. We'll talk to you soon.